chosen a painting, Frank. What's this painting about?
Well, it's not the world's greatest painting, but to me it's a significant painting. It tells me a lot about my childhood and influences on me. This was painted by my Aunt Lynn. As a child, she was the person who sat me on her knee to read stories to me. And it was also she who took me to see my very first film at the cinema, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, when I sat on her knee all the way through, terrified, but loved it. It's been a film that's inspired me. But also, Lynn was artistic. She did arty things. She made copper and brass kettles, but most of all, she painted chocolate box style pictures. But she taught me how to draw a little. She taught me about calligraphy. She lasted me right through my life at inspiration. And this particular painting, I was lucky, I forget how it came to me, probably directly from her, or I may have bought it when she died. It's people I remember and knew, from the villages of Dowland and Dalton in North Devon. The village itself is not Dowland or Dalton. She took those characters and put them in another Devonshire village. Can't remember which one it is, somewhere towards Dartmoor, a more picturesque village. But you've got people like my cousins here, Grace and Helen Baker. And many of the characters here, like Archie Parkhouse, these are directly copied from the photographs taken by James Revilius, which he published in books which we as a family bought. Because we knew him, he was a local. I knew him, of course. And so, Owen Piper's here, he lived up at Upcott with his wife Dot Piper. I remember these people. So it's really, oh, that's Mrs. Kaiser, the little poodle. I know her husband was really sad when he heard our wedding party in the village hall at Isley, but he wasn't there. He wanted to come and join in the celebration. So it's this representation of village life and rural life in Devon as I remember it 60 years ago and 50 years ago, which, oh yeah, I remember this. He used to be at the chapel, I've forgotten his name, but various people that I remembered. She recorded it and people love this picture. It may not be the world's greatest art, but they are curious about it and wonder who they are. But there's some of the information. Dalton and Dowland Flower Show was one of the highlights of my year. I did win the handwriting competition and I won the wildflower competition. I didn't win the butterfly collecting competition, where you had to collect hundreds and hundreds of cabbage white butterflies, kill them and squash them and glue them into an exercise book. But when I did win the prize, they were given by Sir Ralph and Lady Furs, who were the grandparents of Robin Revilius, James Revilius' wife. So that was all part of the England of the squire and the country folk that I remember from half a century ago.